The yield is decent, and the ginger itself also appears to be of good quality. This year, for 20,000 pyong of fields, I've prepared 3,000 pyong with MBO and Nousbo. I found that using both of them gives a pretty good yield and good results.
Sir, about how large is this area here?
About 2,000 pyong.
2,000 pyong. For 2,000 pyong, can you get all the work done in just one day?
We have to do this. Plant the ginger, spray herbicide, then cover it with straw, manage it, and cover it with non-woven fabric, so I think it will take until tomorrow morning.
Oh.
It's quite windy right now, too windy. I'm thinking of putting the tunnel back up around April 20th. Because of the strong winds, I've just covered it with non-woven fabric for now.
This soil.
Yes. Red clay soil. Ginger grown in it is firmer and more fragrant. The aroma itself. There's a clear, definite difference between sandy soil and red clay soil. It affects storage life and also the aroma. I've noticed a big difference in everything overall.
What did you say this black stuff was?
It's a microbial agent. I've applied the microbial agent now. After disinfecting with Benamil for mites, while it's still damp, I coat it with the microbial agent like this. All the dark stuff is the microbial agent.
Is there a specific reason you use a microbial agent?
Last year, the company selling that microbial agent highly recommended it. They claimed it makes plants strong against pests and diseases and also boosts yield. I tried it out last year and it seemed pretty good, so I'm using it again this year. I cultivated this last year and I harvested the seed ginger a bit early on October 21st. So I harvested it on October 21st and stored this seed ginger separately. I cultivate 1,000 pyong solely for seed ginger.
Some people even plant 3 or 4 rows. Any specific reason for double row cultivation?
I pioneered double row cultivation here in Jongguk. After experimenting with 5, 4 and 3 rows, I've found that double row cultivation definitely leads to a noticeable increase in yield. With triple row cultivation, the ones in the middle get crowded and can't grow as well. They just can't keep up. The yield is similar for double or triple row cultivation, so we all do double row planting. Almost everyone nationwide uses the double row method now. You can say that double row cultivation has pretty much become the standard.
You mentioned you used Nousbo and MBO.
Yes, I used them last year too. I tried them and the yield was good and the ginger seemed good too. This year I've prepared about 3,000 pyong of my 20,000 pyong field with MBO and Nousbo. I found that using both of them gives a pretty good yield and good results. Back then the recommendation was to apply 1 bag per 100 pyong, but we decided to put 1 bag in for about 70 pyong. So you could say we added a little more. After planting the ginger, usually after about 50 to 60 days, I'd dig up the roots like this. If they sprout quickly, it would be around May 10th. For us, I think they will most likely emerge by early May. The sprouted ones. Most people see them come up in June or late May. For us, the ginger stalks typically begin to emerge around the 10th of May. It usually takes approximately 50 to 60 days after planting for them to reach this stage. But Nousbo, for example, has a prolonged effect, so I thought it was much better than conventional chemical fertilizers, and that's why I've been applying it continuously since last year.
So you let the sprouts grow a bit first?
Yes. We grow the sprouts in cold storage for about a month and 20 days.
Planting depth varies greatly, everyone.
Yes, everyone's different, but for me it's about 3 to 5 centimeters. We also mound the soil about 2 or 3 times, usually around August. We do it about twice.
Twice in August?
We do it about twice in August. Once at the start, once near the end, so about 2 times we add soil.
So you do a second soil adding?
When all these ginger stalks have emerged uniformly like this, we first administer a calcium supplement. Then, after the rainy season, around mid-July, we apply the flat-type fertilizer.
You apply the calcium agent separately?
Yes, we feed it via drip irrigation.
Do cultivation methods vary a lot by region?
I think there's a lot of regional variation. Gyeongsang-do, Seosan, Jeollado, they all have different temperatures, soil types, and even planting periods. Each region seems to have its own subtle differences.
There must be people out there who use seed ginger. Do you have any advice for selecting them?
When you break off a piece of the seed ginger, it should make a clear, crisp, snapping sound, just like this. The seed itself, it should make a clean, crisp sound, and there shouldn't be any rotten spots. There shouldn't be any mold, or talmyong as we call it. That's the best seed ginger.
For this much area, approximately what kind of yield do you expect from these 6,600 square meters? What yield do you expect from 2,000 pyong?
Last year I got about 8 to 9 kilograms per 3.3 square meters. I'd be satisfied with that. This year I'm attempting to reach 10 kilograms, though I'm uncertain if it's achievable. Nevertheless, I'm going to make an earnest effort to hit that 10 kilogram mark.
You had mentioned, if I recall correctly, that ginger is a high-income crop.
Yes, it is a high-income crop, but the initial costs are quite substantial, so there is indeed a degree of risk involved. If ginger market prices dip, for instance, there's a certain level of risk involved. However, our sales strategy diverges considerably from what the average person might encounter. We don't utilize auction houses, rather we sell to consignment stores. My wife handles about 60% of our sales through online channels, making my particular situation quite distinct from that of others.
So, selling online would be more.
Selling online yields much higher profits. We get to set our own price when selling directly. At auction houses or consignment stores, the merchants dictate the price. But with online sales, we determine it, creating a significant price difference.
How did you come to know about this?
A friend introduced us to it. Around 60% of our total stock is sold online through Nava and Kupang.
What should I search for to find it?
See on Mini Ginger Farm.
Use much machinery?
You could say we barely use any. Yes, it's all planted by hand. If we used a machine, the spacing would be uniform. The number of plants per unit area is precise, and they go in straight without shaking, making this method far superior. Moreover, both the planting speed and the volume planted are incredibly fast. For instance, with a 1.6 acre plot, 10 of us can complete the entire planting process by mid-morning, usually around 10 o'clock.
For about 1.6 acres, how much seed ginger do you need?
Right now I'm estimating about 13 boxes per majigi, which is 200 pyong. I brought 100 boxes today, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see once we start planting, but I'm currently planning for about 13 boxes per majigi.
Is the barrier to entry high for beginners?
Initially, the upfront costs are quite substantial, and during severe outbreaks of pests and diseases, you might lose your entire harvest. This makes it a rather challenging item to venture into. Planting is one thing, but if you don't have a sales channel, that's another concern you have to consider. From an outsider's perspective, it may seem like we just plant indiscriminately, but I believe it's better to secure a sales channel to some degree before you start planting. While it's considered a high-income crop, it becomes quite risky if there's no established sales channel. When prices fall, no one is interested in purchasing it. So I believe it's far better to secure those sales channels and have them in place before you even begin planting.
I heard that ginger likes humid conditions.
Ginger is a crop that loves and strongly dislikes humidity all at once.
Isn't water management hard?
Yes, we lay drip irrigation in the center here so we can carefully manage the water, but the most terrifying thing for ginger is rot disease. This rot disease is the most frightening thing. If you're careful with that, the ginger will probably be fine. Regular pests are easy to handle. It's the ginger rot disease and soft rot that are the scariest.
So, when does the rot disease usually occur the most?
I believe it typically emerges around mid-July to perhaps early August. Our ginger, however, starts showing signs right after the June monsoon season, as the rhizomes already underground begin to sprout and grow. However, most people fail to detect it until around mid-July, when the leaves have already turned yellow. By the time it's discovered at that point, it's typically far too late to do anything.
It's already spread.
Yes, indeed. We inject rot disease medicine into the soil once before the monsoon season, and then after the monsoon ends, we repeat this process, injecting it directly into the soil about 4 or 5 times a year as a preventative measure.
What about the covering on top?
Ah, the tunnel? I'm planning to put that up around April 20th. The wind is just too strong right now, you see.
Doesn't everyone usually do that?
No, nobody.
Isn't that standard?
Ginger is originally supposed to be officially planted around April 20th, but for me, it's just the beginning of April now. I'm going to plant a bit early in April and try using a tunnel for cultivation. This year, I'm taking on the challenge of covering 2.5 acres with tunnels. Ginger is very sensitive to the weather. Its storage temperature is 13 degrees Celsius, so the ground temperature is probably around 3 or 4 degrees now. You have to be careful of cold damage at the beginning.
So if the temperature drops even more?
That's why we use straw and a non-woven fabric cover. We'll lay straw, then drip irrigation on top, and finally cover it all with the fabric. If we have time, we need to cover it all today, finish by tomorrow morning.